I had a defining moment where I knew I was going to leave. And it was one of the most terrifying moments I've had in my life, because you just don't leave. People don't leave.
We are officially in countdown mode. A week from tomorrow, T-minus 7 days, September 2nd, Christine's long-awaited memoir comes out. We are officially starting off all of the content craziness that fall 2025 has in store over here on Reality Squad. We will definitely be doing book club over here for Christine's book. I'm just not 100% sure what that's going to look like. If you guys have suggestions, by all means, let me know down in the comments. We've seen the trailer for season 20. We see that Cody is going on an apology tour. We see that Cody is going to cosplay as a military man. But we also know Christine sues his ass. What exactly are we in store for with Christine's book? Well, the book description on the Simon & Schuster website promises a look into the darker side of polygamy. And I am just like, you have my attention. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into today's topic, let us hear from today's video sponsor. Hey guys, I'm so excited to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, Exter, who is about to make your travels a whole lot easier. I have flown a lot in my day. I'm originally from Los Angeles. In my 20s, I lived in New York, and I would fly home for visits several times a year. Now I live in Florida with my husband and our kids. My family is still in California, and the majority of my husband's family is in Boston. We fly a lot. Why does packing induce so much anxiety in me? I don't know. But something that calms me down is the Exter Travel Vacuum System. With the Exter Travel Vacuum System, you will get 60% more space in your suitcase. You can compress over 15 pieces of clothing. The vacuum bag has a portable USB-C rechargeable air pump. The bags are made from strong anti-rip nylon. The bags are waterproof with anti-leak zippers that protect clothes from spills. The bags make for hygienic, odor-proof packing. They also double as a laundry bag for the end of your trip. Genius! I gotta tell you, I am also loving the Exter card holder, which will help keep you safe and organized while traveling. This card holder can hold up to 14 cards plus physical currency, and it blocks wireless theft. Exter is having an amazing Labor Day sale right now, and if you use my code REALITY, that's REALITEA, you will unlock an additional 10% off. So make sure you click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and use my code REALITY at checkout and unlock that additional 10% off. So I want to start off by reading what Simon & Schuster are saying about Christine's book, because I had not seen this before and I think it's really telling. The book's description on the publisher's website says, quote, from TLC's Sister Wives star Christine Brown Woolley, a groundbreaking and heartfelt memoir about living in a family like no other and finding the strength to leave polygamy and the only life she's known behind. Christine Brown Woolley had always dreamed of having a picture-perfect family, beautiful children, an adoring husband, and of course, a sisterhood of wives to share him with. Raised in Utah by practicing polygamists, Christine knew her life was less than normal. But that didn't stop her from loving the full house of her childhood any less. Becoming Cody Brown's third wife in 1994, Christine finally found the big, happy family she had hoped for. When TLC's hit show Sister Wives premiered in 2010, Christine knew it was her chance to shine a light on the brighter side of polygamy, the helping hands, the lively discussions, and their unmatched devotion to each other. But the cameras also revealed a much darker truth. Now, in this candid tell-all, Christine shares for the first time the journey that led her away from polygamy and the bold path she is carving to live apart from all she has ever known. Moving, genuine, and insightful, this is a uniquely powerful tour de force of Christine's journey toward and beyond her time in the spotlight as a sister wife. The cameras also revealed a much darker truth. I think that was an inevitability since it seems like every side to polygamy is dark, at least the way the Browns practice polygamy. I think one of the only things the Browns did right in regards to the kids was in those early years, they were all raised as full siblings. After the show started and Robin joined the family, that all went to shit, but the older kids definitely have a strong sibling connection, no matter who their biological mother is, and that is nice to see. And that's pretty much the end of what I find positive about the Browns' chosen family setup. Needless to say, a lot of us longtime viewers are so thankful to see the OG3 on the other side of their marriages to Cody. I think Mary still has some letting go to do, but overall, the OG3s seem to be in really healthy places in their lives. Since Christine's publisher is telling us this book will address the original intention for the show and what it evolved into, I think it would be pertinent for us to remember where Christine was at way back when we met her in 2010.
I never wanted to just be married to a man. I always wanted sister wives. I just like the idea of the companionship. I like the idea of the freedom that it got me. There's too many things that I want to do and want to be free for, and I just like the idea of having someone around. I just like the idea of sister wives a lot.
I wanted the whole family. I didn't just want Cody. No, I wanted everything. There's situations where a girl will come into a family and just want the guy, and it rips the family apart. I decided when I was about 19, and I wanted to enter a plural family, wanted to enter as the third wife. I guess after you get two wives, guys are like, ah! And then a third wife comes along, and they actually say if you're having problems, like when you have two wives, when you're having problems, marry a third.
This is important context. When the Browns were cast for Sister Wives, Christine was working as a pro-polygamy media liaison for the AUB, their family's church. This is quite interesting since over the course of this series, we see her address issues with her aunt and her mom, both of whom left polygamy and left the AUB, and they were actually actively speaking out. They didn't just quietly leave. At the time, Christine cut her own mother out of her life only to eventually follow in her mother's footsteps. It's very interesting, and I am excited to read that in her book. When I tell you Christine was not having any polygamy dissent in those early seasons, I mean, she had a full-on bathroom meltdown when they went up against her aunt during that polygamy debate.
One of the panelists is actually one of my mom's sisters, Kristen Decker. She's there to talk about how she had this terrible experience living plural marriage and how she is completely against it.
I know you're mad at your aunt, but why are you mad at her specifically because of this?
She's totally against polygamy, and she's not even saying that people should be able to choose.
And what am I going to do when I see her? I'm scared. Because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't know. And I'm giving her all the platform that she needs to talk about why she hates my family so bad.
Flash forward a couple seasons, the Browns are settled into their cul-de-sac homes, and Christine decides to move her mom into her house, and let's just say, we get a whole episode about the darker side of polygamy.
When I was 5, my dad married my other mom. And so I had 2 moms from 5 years old on, and I loved it.
And I would go in my room and pray a lot because here I was doing life by the book, and I hated my life.
I kind of saw it coming for about a year, that things weren't okay. She left my dad, and she left our faith, and well, it wrecked my world completely.
This is season 8, episode 4, and the title of the episode is One More Woman in Cody's Life. It's almost eerie, to be completely honest, how much Christine's life path ended up mirroring both her aunt and her mom. In this episode, we get Annie's backstory, and she talks about how their religion didn't arrange marriages, but then at 14, she had a revelation about getting married to a guy that she had to talk herself into falling in love with.
Most of my life was growing up in polygamy. It was fun. I had all these moms. I had all these brothers and sisters and all these friends and someone to hang out with. I loved it. When I was 14, they started a series of classes. And one of the things that they taught us was that we're not supposed to date. We are supposed to pray for who our covenant mate was. We didn't have arranged marriages or assigned marriages. So at 14 years old, I started praying about who my husband was going to be. And what came to me was who I was going to marry. The thoughts I had about that were, I don't even like this person, but if that's who I'm supposed to marry, then I better start falling in love. And then we were married when I was 17. Okay, I was still in high school. I was 6 months pregnant when I graduated from high school.
This actually reminds me a lot of Christine definitively asserting that she wanted to be a third wife and she always wanted the family, not just the man. And it was her that decided Cody was who she was meant to be with. And then that gives all these guys in the AUB an out, right? Like, we see this with Cody. It allows him to victimize himself. Like, hey, I didn't have a choice in the matter. These women chose me. These women are pushing the men into plural marriage. Cody says he never wanted to marry Christine. She ate gas station nachos and then she had the audacity to leave his ass. What a knife in the kidneys. You guys, you cannot tell me a 14-year-old organically had a spiritual revelation about marrying someone they didn't even like in real life. That sounds like coercion to me. So maybe the AUB didn't straight up have arranged marriage the way we traditionally think of arranged marriages, but it sure as hell sounds like people were coerced into marriages left and right. And Annie was pregnant, graduating high school. Big oof. To me, 17 is underage. I'm just going to draw that line. It just is. Don't at me. You're not going to change my mind on that. In this episode, Christina and Cody go on to talk about how they actually cut Annie, Christine's mother, out of their lives and their kids' lives because of her ties to anti-polygamy groups.
Then when Aspen was about 4, we heard that my mom helped organize this group against plural marriage. There were several people that talked to us about how we should not associate with her anymore. We really felt threatened. My mom specifically, that she would be against our family and be wanting to rip our family apart. So I told her, I'm like, look, you can't have my kids. You can't have my kids around you anymore unless I am there. I don't trust you. She's like, whoa, I'm a good person. I said, I don't know that.
People who leave our faith and become antagonistic, become a giant threat. It was so dramatic that we not only said to Annie, we can't associate. We moved out of the state of Utah. Crazy enough, we sit down with her and we learned at this point that after this organization become antagonistic, she got out of it. And I'm sitting there going, wait a sec, so you're not anti-polygamist? And she's like, no.
I had to break off almost as soon as it started because the other founder was angry.
But when she started the group, it really was a support group. And when it started to get negative, she got out.
Now, for context, Annie actually appeared in a whole-ass anti-polygamy documentary. And her sister, Kristen, has started an organization that actually helps people escape polygamy. So again, her saying here that she didn't know how angry the organization she joined was, ma'am, be so for real. I feel like this was Annie doing what she needed to do and saying what she needed to say in order to have a relationship with all of her kids and her grandkids. And honestly, I don't fault her for that. But again, that's coercion. When the publisher's website says that Christine's book is going to reveal a much darker truth, this is the kind of stuff that I hope they're talking about. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am figuring out book club, so details on that will be coming soon. Y'all, I actually ordered an annotation kit off Amazon because we will be dissecting this book like true academics. T-minus 7 days. I cannot wait. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, my podcast, Mostly Harmless, and be sure to check out our website, level42studios.com. Links for all of that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.